So I love textures, especially watercolor textures that we have here. This place where the round meets the straight part, those are called the joints or joins. And having those thicker helps to absorb the textures and still be readable. So now let me show you a letter from another font. So if you see with this one, when the ink traps are large, it doesn't take on textures as well because the ink traps really are their own textures. So let me show you what I mean. Let's bring up the watercolor texture that I used for this, and let's put it on top. Now what we want to do is I want to get the letters on the darker area of this, so I'm going to pull that over here. And now make sure that your text is all the way black, and then we're going to make this have a clipping mask. And so now that this has a clipping mask, we can see that, yeah, this one is a little bit more readable. This one, the ink traps sort of take attention away from the texture. Okay, so now let's type in our Noki, our name here for this brand. And I'm going to put the check mark. And so if you want to adjust where the watercolor is, then you can do that. And then now we are going to just rasterize the type and then combine the layers so that way this is its own thing now that we can move around. Okay, so I'm going to move it down here so it's resting on this line there. And now I'm going to make another one because it's sort of light to me, so we're going to use multiply blend mode to sort of get this a little bit darker. Okay, and so then once you sort of get it to the darkness you want, and you can change the opacity to sort of adjust that. And now if I was going to put something underneath, you would usually maybe use a light or something to de-emphasize it using the actual weight of the font. If you want to just use your semi-bold though, you can do that too. So let's put in a new part here and let's change the size down to about 48. And we're just going to say that this is the Better Aloe Butter. Okay, and see if I leave this black, it has just too much emphasis. So let's change the color down to some type of gray until we like it feels right where it is. That might be a good place. Okay, then obviously this can be moved around, but oops, and let's merge these things here so that way we can move this text where we want. Okay, so there it is. There's an example of Oceanwide with a texture.